Scorpio, this is going to be your love check-in for the first half of December. This is for my Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It does help out my channel. If you are new here, I put these out every 2 weeks, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I offer personal readings. There is a long wait for a reading with me, guys, so if you wanted to explore your options, I've put links to my affiliates in the description box as well. Mystic Sense will give you your first 5-minute reading free, and Spiritual Blossom will give you a bonus $10 when you deposit $20. Check them out if you feel called to do so. Otherwise, if you wanted to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I put the links to those in the description box as well. I'm Scorpio. I'm going to do my usual check-in. Person on your mind, how do they feel about you? Then how do you feel about them? And the projected potential outcome for the first half of December. To anyone that's new to my channel, I always say potential because on this channel I infuse manifesting and law of assumption into my content. My readings are really just checking in points into one version of you, your specific person, and the connection that you, Scorpio, have manifested and selected out of the infinite that are available right now in this very moment. Creation is finished. All things exist at once. Everything that's showing up on the outside is a reflection of just your present state and version of you and the version of the person you selected. And if you would like to shift things, your desires are meant for you, you can absolutely manifest differently. It requires a shift in your focus, in the version of you that you're being, your state of consciousness, and a reselection. Please look at the content I posted and some of the great content on the line, and I like to teach as I go. Okay, Scorpio, person on your mind. Unfulfilled potential, Magician card in the reverse and Six of Swords. They do feel maybe that you're moving away from them. There's unfulfilled potential, so maybe they want to fulfill that potential, manifest that potential. Some of you, there's been travel or distance with that Six of Swords. Let me have a look. Page of Swords, I mean, there's an observation energy, Scorpio, so there could be, this also represents communication. It can be a little small. But this could be a reach out. It also could be watching online, gathering information. Knight of Cups, romance, emotion. This person, you know, there's genuine emotion here, but we do have Three of Cups in the reverse. Unfulfilled potential and a feeling of disconnecting. Three of Cups in the reverse could be, and it doesn't necessarily have to be true, guys, but it could be that there's like other energies in the mix. So either there's a feeling of that, it hasn't reached its full potential. That could mean that there's other dating options. For some of you, Three of Cups in the reverse can be love triangles. I'm not saying anything to be loaded because it also doesn't fucking matter. I'm going to do your side of the street and what you want, but it could be the unfulfilled potentials coming down to outside people. Can also be friends, etc., that are like in the way, but Three of Cups in the reverse tends to be something that is impeding the situation. But there's passion here. Could be a little bit stop-start. This could be a message of passion coming through, or you and this person communicating passionately and a resurge in December, okay? And then the death, because it goes round and round. So there's unfinished business. It never kind of ends. And I said there's unfulfilled potential here. But maybe this round and round, there's a feeling of, okay, is there disconnect now kind of thing? Or, you know, questions around, is this more than just a Knight of Wands, more than a bit of fun, you know? Let's have a look at this Three of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so Three of Swords in the reverse, so there's a wanting to come out of that. This Three of Cups in the reverse could be something that has caused some hurt feelings between the two of you. So I did say there's unfulfilled potential. The Page of Swords is definitely observation. So this person could be watching you, trying to see where you're at. Seven of Swords in the reverse means that if this keeps going round and round, or there has been stops because there's a feeling like an exploring of options or other energies, founded or unfounded, like there could have been a called out or a called out sort of a vibe, and that has caused hurt feelings. There's a wound here, but they're still very much holding on to you. Now, this could be also possessiveness or jealousy issues coming up, guys. I mean, if you're in something non-committal, Scorpio, first of all, if you want it committal and you don't want any of this back and forth, you can fucking have it. It exists. You're the creator, writer, director of the show. There you pushed out. It's just one version you've selected unconsciously. So we'll talk about that when we get to you. But secondly, there seems to be trust issues here that have caused a bit of stop-start. Maybe an end that hasn't really ended, and a separation or hurt feelings with negative assumptions or actual exploring of options, or trust issues and possessiveness or fear around that, okay? There's a wound. So they are watching you and they do have genuine emotion. For some of you, this could be like an emotional offering coming through and a resurge, maybe also wanting to apologize in some kind of a way if there's been holding back from one another or on the connection, or if there's been some kind of a row in relation to trust issues. Yeah, because it's been on pause, but this is about letting go. You know, it's also possible, Scorpio, that like what's being projected is just like the moon is our subconscious and it is fear. So this person could have their own fears. Maybe they hold back, or maybe they have an assumption you're holding back and that really activates them, okay? So we don't need to Freud it. It doesn't really matter. They're going to show up in the version that you prefer if you just focus and reselect, okay? They're your mirror, but you're the mirror, you're the dominant mirror, and you're assigning them a role, guys, okay? So they still have hope for the connection, and they still seem to be moving towards you and wanting something stable and committed. But so far it's been Knight of Wandsy. Maybe they have assumption you're just Knight of Wands. This person could have their own like fear of abandonment or something like that, or trust issues. Maybe this is a tit for tat thing. Okay, Six of Swords is there. Five of Swords has been a clash around the direction forward, even communication issues, and Six of Swords would be, are you moving away from them? Seems to be on pause. They have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or they feel like you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and that scares them. And, you know, Six of Swords could also be, again, about travel or over water. So that could be causing fogginess and confusion with the moon. Okay, star card is hope, though. Let's look at your side of the street. It's unfinished here. There's enough that indicates that this person's still very connected to you, and nights generally mean messages and communication, okay? So let me have a look at your side of the street, Scorpio, much more relevant. We've got Pisces energy, we've got Scorpio energy, double Pisces. Yeah, okay, so what do you want with them, Scorpio? How do you feel about them as we move into the first 2 weeks of December? How do you feel about them? Three of Wands, I don't know. You're waiting. Six of Wands, you want success, but you're thinking about the future. Maybe you're waiting on them to come forward. Justice card, something needs to be kind of balanced out or made right. So there is hurt feelings here. There is some kind of a wound or something between the two of you. Maybe unfinished business in relation to third parties that haven't been cut out. Now, again, that could be trust issues with third parties. It doesn't even need to be fucking around, guys. Maybe this is like holding back and there's a wound because old trust issues in relation to third parties where there was cheating and lying and stuff. And this can be an energy that gets, you know, ping-pongs back and forth. So you don't need to wait for the healthy, healed version of a person. You just need to assume that you're with a healthy, healed version of a person, that it's so loving, it's so open, it's so trusting. You know, everyone's you pushed out and no one to change but self. So you just need to change your assumption about the person and how they show up. Their thoughts and feelings about you also will change, guys. Look at my content and other coaches. It works. Six of Swords. You both have Six of Swords. Either moving away or moving into a smoother direction. You both also could be moving away from other shit, to be perfectly honest. It's going to be whatever you make of it, but look, star card, this person has hope for you. So I think they want to move away from the past, whatever hurt they've had, and they want to move away from past hurt they've had with you, or clashes or tension. Okay, Aquarius energy, if I didn't say it, guys. Nine of Swords, you feel stressed about it, Scorpio. And then a King of Wands in the reverse. Maybe you have an assumption, because King of Wands in the reverse is Shadow King. So you could have an assumption this person is all sex and not much else. And maybe that's been your experience, or you've been hurt in that kind of a way. I mean, Scorpio, some of you, maybe you just want sex, and that's also okay, guys. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying, decide what you want. You can have any version of the connection that you desire of anyone, everything is available right now in the quantum field. Okay, but either way, there's stress and anxiety because somehow something has happened. There's a shadow king of wands, and we have Knight of Wands here, and then trust issues. So I feel like this has been feeling like passion and chemistry, but not so reliable. Hurt feelings, insecurities triggered. Knight of Swords, there could have been a cutting off or erratic communication. Three of Pentacles, some of you are connected through your career or your network, and it seems to go round and round. Wheel of Fortune, you might feel like there's a very strong connection here. On the other hand, Wheel of Fortune is repetitive cycles. So either it's repetitive cycles with this person, or it's repetitive cycles in your love life, meaning repetitive triggers or versions of connections. Like the mirror starts morphing into our subconscious fears and assumptions, guys. I'm not blaming you, but there might be something about, people not being on the same page, or people being not reliable, or you might have a fear, maybe you are not opening up and cooperating because you're trying to move away from past fear. So the Wheel of Fortune is the karmic wheel. The only karma you need to be concerned with, your thoughts are also karma. So by changing your story or the way you think and assume, you've already shifted it into another version of Scorpio that has the kind of love that you desire, or is the version of Scorpio that you want to be, and there's infinite versions, okay? So that's what needs to shift for the wheel to shift, okay? Tell me about this King of Wands in the reverse, and I'm going to get oracles to get a little bit more information. Yeah, it's a feeling of emotional rejection, or Scorpio 4 of Cups. This could be you're not sure if you want this. So that's okay as well. Maybe you're attracted to this person, but you feel it's just attraction. Also, again, and if you want people to show up and be more cooperative or on the same page as you, you also can have that. There's a version of every person, and it's not about taking people's free will, guys. Nobody has free will in your reality. They're just characters in your show in every reality, in every version, okay? So whatever you assume they're going to want, there's a version that wants and thinks and feels what you want and thinks what you want and what you think and feel. Or if you want this person to cooperate with you and not trigger emotional rejection and choose you and want a relationship with you and not hold back and not have all these fears or insecurities or trigger yours, then there's also available. Queen of Swords. Either you find that this person can be cold or detached and it causes you to feel rejected and then maybe not feeling like you want it, or the Queen of Swords. Some of you, divorce is playing into this, and that is that Three of Swords, and in the reverse, trying to let go of trust issues, divorce or separation from another person, which was harsh, right? So it's like mourning that, and that can be difficult, and then that's what's creating a dynamic here, like negative assumptions that need to be let go of. Do you understand what I'm saying, Scorpio? And ultimately, whether it's them or you, it doesn't matter. Like, you've got to change the story of them, what you assume about them, and of you, to break the cycle and get whatever you want. Three of Swords. I mean, can't make it up. And the Death card. Some of you have gone through a breakup. It may not be this person. It may have been other breakup that you're still hurt by. But the Death card is you, Scorpio. It's transformation. So maybe you've been processing that. You don't know now what you really want. And there's stress and anxiety because you're moving away from that. And for some of you, this person might morph sometimes into your fear. Do you understand what I mean? So whether you want them or don't want them, Three of Swords can be endings. It feels like for some of you, you might think this is ended. This person right now doesn't seem to feel like it's ended or it goes round and round. Now decide what you want, Scorpio. I mean, on the other hand, you're manifesting everything. So if you're manifesting the comeback round of a person, it's because your energy is still connected to them. And maybe you don't want an old version of a connection, or maybe you don't want this recurring fear that people show up in a certain way or whatever, but you've got to do the transformation for yourself. No one to change but self. So there's hurt feelings. And then you've also got Hanged Man. They have Hanged Man here. You have Hanged Man in the reverse. So it's time to let go of old pain in relation to this or in relation to the past generally, and third-party energy from the past. Okay, trust issues or just heartache. And the Hangman is release. Now, it might be that you're making a decision to release the past to move in a better direction with this person, or you just want to move on altogether. It's confusing for me, Scorpio, I'll be honest, and I'm not always reading this way, but I can't tell what you really want. I think you're foggy because you're holding on to pain and stress that's unnecessary. And guys, this is a check-in right at this moment. So walk away like today and select new version of Scorpio. You don't need to go and heal and do endless shadow work. You're not fucked up. I'm just identifying a block, okay? Because we have the Knight of Cups. You both have Knight of Cups. There's genuine emotion and romance here available to you. Maybe you just want to explore that. That's okay. We also have 10 of Cups and 3 of Cups and 9 of Wands. What does that tell me? That maybe there's a wound that the happily ever after is not attainable because there's been third-party energy in the past that has gotten in the way of your 10 of Cups, family and happiness and joy. Or you feel that this person is blocked off because there's too many options and choices or other energies. I mean, it could be all of that. So make a decision, Scorpio. If you want to be the one that is chosen, loved, adored, you have the best relationship, you know, with the love of your life, this person, if that's the case with them, you can choose them to play that role. You can choose anyone. You can actually just manifest a new person out of thin air that fits all of your criteria, but you're going to have to make a decision. Okay, I know that this is a bit like jumping around, but look, the oracles are going to say more. What does this person want with Scorpio? Rejection, abandonment, dismissed, irrational fear. I told you, Scorpio, I feel this is more like this person's projecting a lot of fear into the situation of abandonment. So either that means they come up as a bit nonchalant, or they assume that you're not really that into them or committed to the situation. And so they act guarded or wounded in some way. Look, releasing, moving on. The Six of Swords is the moving on. You've got the Six of Swords, releasing. Well, it's either releasing your past wounds, either together or from your past, or just releasing each other. I mean, it's up to you, and you can have whatever you want, Scorpio. It's actually in your hands. You're the one in control with your mind, not this version. We don't need to manipulate. We just step into a different reality. Peace, balance, harmony, friendship. So what does this person want? They want peace. Then there's resistance, suppressing, timid. Rejection has come out again, dismissed. Obscurity, mysteries, concealing, secrets. I mean, there's a lot of holding back and a feeling of secrecy between the two of you, or an assumption around that. Okay, and that leads to rejection. Stress, turbulence, tension, arguments. I saw that already. So this person's got their own baggage, and then it's, you know, you've selected a version of a person with baggage, and no offense, Scorpio, that's just you unconsciously. You're not responsible for their, you know, everything, but you can change it if you want. You can select a different version. We've got withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary, with clarity, truth, intentions, honesty. So they want to get clear on things, on like what's really going on, because they feel like there's a sense of stress, of abandonment, of, you know, things are suppressed, not clear. And then they have ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, good times. So no shortage of that, Scorpio, Knight of Wands, okay? But they might have an assumption that's you. You might have an assumption that's them. Maybe that is what you want. Like I said, just make a decision what you want. You don't want stress. So you can definitely get past that by believing you're on the same page. I mean, peace is here. So they want peace. Silence. So it goes in and out. Right, rejection, and then, you know, ecstasy, and then silence, chemistry, attraction, spark, passion, no shortage of that. And then we have realizations, epiphanies, understandings, awakening around broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. It's old shit. It's old heartache that is now causing a lot of fear and a block between you and this person, and behaviors that are being ping-pong back and forth. So you want to go into the quantum field, and you want to select a peaceful version and a great version of this passionate connection, or the committed version of this connection, or make an assumption that this person is showing up in a way, and that you are the version that gets what you want, etc. Scorpio. I mean, I hope that that makes sense. I know that I jumped around a little, but I wonder if we'll get forgiving and releasing. Yeah, well, we've got, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So you don't actually feel very safe, Scorpio, for the fact that I think you have old stuff. And this person, I think, also doesn't feel very safe, but you're then making each other not feel safe. Does that make sense? Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And of course, we've got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I mean, enough said, Scorpio. I hope that helped some of you. And I'm sending you guys tons of love, and I'm going to check in 2 weeks' time.